Hey everybody, my name is Candis Dyer and this is Canna Corner. We are broadcasted live uh, normally from Facebook. We're going to talk a little bit about that though um, at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time every Monday. And what we do is we bring cannabis patient stories to you and do interviews with different activists around, which have a wonderful lady with me today, Miss Wendy Love Edge. How are you doing, Wendy?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me back on the show.
Oh, yes, definitely. We love to have you. I love women who empower other women, and you just
Me
give me that
too.
vibe. Like I've known you forever, but we haven't. We just got to
Right.
meet finally at
I know. I was so excited that we get to meet in person. And I love women who are always holding up and empowering other women also. And you are one of those women. So we're a good match.
thank you very much. Yes, that we need more of that. We need more uh
Mhm.
a lot. I always get along with guys a little better. I'm one of those people because women can be like really mean sometimes and you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And we need to start banding together and empowering each other more, I think.
I agree. I think you're right. Sometimes there's competition or cattiness but for the most part, I haven't found that to be true consistently. It does happen, it can happen with a man too. But I think as much as we can all make that commitment to hold each other up and support each other, we can do so much, if we
Definitely.
work together. Yeah.
Yes. Joining anytime we do a united effort on something, it's bound to be done if you've got so many like minded, passionate people behind it.
Yes. Absolutely. I agree.
Well, heck yeah, I know I am very excited, which I just told them that I would be announcing something about Canna Corner going live. So I guess I will let you come in here and tell me a little bit and our listeners a little bit about Relevnt and what they are doing for the cannabis community.
Sure. So, Relevnt is a live audio chat app. It's a great way to create community and easily create podcasts. You can go live, create a vibe, whatever you're interested in, really. Create a vibe for that and invite your friends to join you. And other people that are already on the app will also join you. And you can talk about the subjects that are really important to you. So they reached out to me. I guess it was just a few months ago. It feels like it was longer, not in a bad way, but it just feels like Relevnt has always been there, for
Got
me,
so
which is
much
not,
done. Yeah, that it
yeah,
feels like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so we first brought my podcast to the Relevnt app, the Wendy Love Edge show, and then talked a little bit more about really growing the cannabis community here on the app. They are not interested in, censoring or editing anyone's work on the app. They welcome the cannabis community with open arms. In fact, they really want us all there. And at first, of course, we're all a little skeptical because who hasn't run into issues within the cannabis community with people with censorship, or an app stating that they want the cannabis community there, but then having all kinds of stipulations, or it doesn't really work out the way we would like. But so far, they've done everything they said they were going to do, and it's been really my pleasure to bring over so many great cannabis folks that I know from the last 6 years being an activist in the community. And so, really, we've been trying to build the cannabis content, bring everything, activists, enthusiasts, businesses, doctors, nurses, everybody, anyone related to cannabis. And I think the name of the collection in Relevnt is brilliant. They named
Yes.
it Weedopedia,
Yes,
right?
I love it.
Yeah, Weedipedia. And they started with podcasts, and we still have plenty of podcasts on there, like this one. And then there's also a little bit of everything. Your station that you work with, KM420 Radio, is live on there 24/7.
Yeah,
Um, and there's activists, CBD businesses, physicians, and we've just really scratched the surface, honestly. I see it really growing. I started a live podcast on the app called Weed Speak, and that's a lot of times how I introduce people to Weedipedia and to the Relevnt app, by coming and being a guest with me on Weed Speak. So you can see how easy it is. If you've never made a podcast before, you can make it right on the Relevnt app
right.
easily. You just
Yeah,
invite somebody, let them in, chat with them, and then save it when you're done, and it's archived right in your Vibe.
right.
So, and you can share it other places. So
Yeah, that
such a
was definitely one thing that I wanted to talk to you about because, okay, I know a lot of the concerns for people, oh, a new app, it's going to be too hard to learn, because I've been one to say that.
Mhm.
So, the fact that, I mean, we basically just sat there for 5 minutes in Austin, and you showed me how to start it. It was simple, very easy,
Mhm.
easy to learn, easy to down, like you said, download it. You just hit record and it
Oh
records
yeah.
it and then saves it in your art. It's very simple. So
Yeah.
for any of those listeners out there that are thinking, oh well, I can't learn it, it's easy, it's simple, it's made for us.
Yes, I mean, I'm in my late 50s, right? So you give me something new and I'm like, on top of which, was on all those pharmaceuticals, right? So my
Right.
brain doesn't always work really quickly, even if it seems like it is. And I thought, gosh, this, something brand new like this, am I going to be able to do it? If I can do it, let me tell you,
Oh yeah.
if I can
Yeah.
do it, anybody can do it. It's so easy.
Definitely very easy. And then
Yeah.
not only that, but just the fact that they're not going to be censoring us alone. I mean, that is like great because everybody knows the Facebook censorship has been going on for far too long, and we've all been looking for an alternative to
Mhm.
that is as good as Facebook and has as many people there. And I really believe
Right.
that this app can get there. We just got to come and
Mhm.
join and build it. Build it and they will
Yes. Yes. And that's the beauty of it too. We can all build it together. And, there's so many great things coming with Relevnt and the Wikipedia side that will help cannabis businesses, just everything from, nonprofits to activism to people who are just, recreational enthusiasts, to the medical side completely. So, please tell your friends, come and join us. That's the thing you mentioned, that does it have as many people as Facebook? Well, of course, right now, not right.
Correct.
But if we all can bring our friends and cohorts, and it's building all the time, and that's really what we need. And the
Yeah.
more we build it, we can do so much with it. From just interacting with like-minded people. You can just write on the Vibe and have a conversation,
Right.
or you can record. You can do casual audio lives too. Just you can set it to open mic if you want to, and anybody can just get on and talk with you. Just
That is
you
awesome.
just yeah. So there's endless possibilities, and if you look over the user guide, there's things probably that I don't know yet either.
Right. Yes,
you
I
know
definitely need to be looking into it. I just now got started on it. I think we did our last episode last week and it went well. And like you said, just build it, get people to come. So if you are in the cannabis community and you've been like us, sick and tired of dealing with Facebook censorship and looking for an easy alternative with great people involved, this is it. Y'all go check out the Relevnt app, Weedipedia, and get on there. Join us.
Yes. Yeah, and you can grab it in the App Store or Google Play. You just have to make a quick profile. Your profile right now is really just kind of a landing page. I don't even hardly ever go there,
Right.
actually. It's where you can get private messages though too. But the vibe itself is the active part, every day. And yeah, so check it out for sure. We'd love to have as many members of the cannabis community come on over and check it out. You may start your own vibe, you may not, you may just follow lots of people that you're interested in hearing from. And it's great.
Heck yeah, it is. I love it. And y'all can find the information on how to find Canna Corner on Facebook. We'll also put it in the link of the video when I share it, how to find your Relevnt page and set one up. And then we'll
Excellent.
also put our links to our vibes that we've already got started in there as well, so y'all can find us.
Wonderful.
But heck yeah, I also wanted to talk about KM420 event that we had in Austin. I haven't really got a chance to talk to people about it because, of course, my son just came home. So I've
Yes.
been everywhere.
Yes. Thank goodness. Congratulations. It was such great news. I think everybody in the cannabis community breathed a sigh of relief and for
Yeah,
you.
so good
So
to have him home, and he is doing great. He started his new job last week. He's already been asked to do overtime, and he's gone and went, and they've already given him the key to the shop and want to make him manager. So,
nice.
man, he's doing great. We're still getting him into an apartment and getting everything settled. I think he's got a parole visit or probation visit, his first one tomorrow.
Mhm.
He's already seen parole, so but he's doing very good, and he thanks everybody for their love and support and the donations that people are giving to get him into an apartment.
Nice.
Thank
Mhm.
everybody so much for that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's wonderful. It's hard, he went to prison for a plant. Um, and now on the other side of that, they make it very difficult for people coming back to the community to make it,
yes,
you
yes,
know.
they do. They make it very difficult, and I'm kind of taking this as it was meant to be. Everything happens for a reason. He went in, but now my new journey right now with the Human Solution International is going to be helping Craig Cecil with the prisoner project we're doing
Mhm.
and being a mentor. And I believe that all this that I'm dealing with right now in learning how he's got to be and learning, it's all for a reason. And I'm
Mhm.
going to take that knowledge and when I figure it out myself and be able to help other people in
Yes.
this situation.
Yes,
So,
and that's really generous of you too. It's not easy when your child is in that situation. It creates so I'm sure create I haven't experienced it thankfully, but I can only imagine the stress and all of it, so if you can channel it into something good, more power to you.
thank you very much. Yeah, we have to, man. I mean, the other choice is to be depressed about it. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I just find when I get in hard situations to automatically think, what is this going to do to be able to help? Like it makes it easier for you to live with it, trying to
Right,
help others,
right.
But heck yeah, I know I had a blast in Austin with you. I wanted to talk with you a little bit about that event and just number one, thank you for coming out and joining us in that heat.
Oh
And
yeah, it was so hot. But thank you so much to the Relevnt app and Wikipedia for assisting me to be at the event, and then we had a booth there. So it was really cool to be able to do live podcasting right at the event.
right,
Really enjoyed that, and people seemed to enjoy doing it. And I was able to introduce people to it also, like you said, in just a few minutes, you could see how easy it was,
yeah, in the
and
Texas heat, literally, if you can do it in that heat,
right. Then you can do it anywhere. It
yeah,
was
exactly.
so hot. I My friend, I brought my friend Trisha Guting. She's an artist here in Fayetteville, and does amazing work, art installations, light installations. And then these earrings also are by Trisha that I wear all the
So
time.
cute.
And most of her products are, all of her products are repurposed materials, recycled, upcycled, repurposed
Right.
materials. And it's just amazing the stuff she makes. So she just had a small amount. We were both, melting in the heat. but
It's
we did the best we could. We persevered, and it was just so great to meet you in person, and Farah and Rena, Joe Grumbine,
yes,
Bobby Rodrigo, like everybody
yes.
that for like almost 2 years, we've been doing things online and collaborating with
And
things
to be
online.
fighting so hard for Craig Cecil to get out and then have him standing right there with us, like that was mind blowing. It
Yes,
was
yeah,
awesome.
he was, what a sweet man and so interesting. Just his take on a lot of things. And I'm so glad that he's also wanting to help other people. He told me all the way through prison he was helping other people,
Yes,
actually.
yes,
Yeah.
he was on Cup of Joe all the time,
Hmm.
uh, always advocating, even from the inside.
Yeah.
It's amazing to be able to see him out, man. Because I mean, we fight for these people
Hmm.
on a daily basis, trying to get them out of prison, and to be able to look at
Hmm.
him and see everyone's hard work. Everyone worked so hard, and for him to be standing there, it was just amazing.
Yeah, he told me that the first 10 years, it seemed like people forgot about him. And
Right.
then he got a call from Joe Grumbine and everything started to change. So thank you so much for all the work that you do, that you all do, on behalf of humanity, really. I mean, you didn't know Craig Cecil, right? You just knew the story and that it was unjust.
Yeah.
So it must be so rewarding to actually then be able to spend time in someone's presence that you've worked so hard on behalf of.
Right. I
um
can't wait till we get to do that with Lance Galore, man.
mhm.
That's another one that
Yes.
Carrie Cannon and all them are working so hard to free these plant prisoners, and we share things that they get, and
Yeah.
but to be able to see, like, it was just crazy and amazing. I loved
Yes,
it.
for sure. I mean, you know sometimes you don't get to have that feedback right in front of you, but when you do, it sure drives you forward, doesn't it?
Yeah, you got to take it and pocket that, because that's what makes us go. Like,
Yeah.
before it was the walks, man. Walks kept me going, because being out there and hearing the people and stuff. But now that the walks have kind of died down,
Hmm.
you got to find that energy to keep going somehow, and
Right.
definitely energy booster to see
Oh,
him.
yeah. Yeah, it was fabulous and it was wonderful to meet everyone and listen to what people had to say. And it was my first time speaking and going to a festival since before COVID. It had been,
Right,
I mean, I hadn't even left my house. I was at home with Angela for about almost 15 months. We left the house 20 times in that time period, roughly.
wow,
And she may have left a few more than me, but I counted mine because I only left in the car too. I didn't go in anywhere.
right,
I think in the beginning, once or twice, I went to the dispensary before they started really delivering consistently,
right,
um, here, because the program, it's not new, but it's fairly new. But they accommodated and they kept the dispensaries open and they started delivering a little
that's
more.
awesome.
So didn't have to leave after that. And yeah, so when I decided to go to Austin, it was really a big decision.
Right, right,
Yeah. And I just thought it would be great to, you know, I've been invited so many times to states where there's full legalization or a medical program, at least, where there's consumption events, which are so much fun,
right.
for everybody. But when people take the time to come to an event like the one that Cam 420 put on, it's out of pure passion and understanding that where our work is not done. We are not done. Places like Texas, where you've been working so hard and everything is stacked against you,
Yeah, I mean, you
there's
can't
just
petition
minimal
a
move
lot, and I really
forward.
think that that's what our problem is, that we can't petition like most people, because we
Hmm.
could go get the signatures and have it done tomorrow here, but they took that away from us, that right. And I don't really know how or when or what happened with that. Like,
Hmm.
nobody really seems to know when I ask.
I find it
Like,
interesting, like states like Texas that talk all the time about freedom,
yes,
like have things like this, and you're like, wait a minute, I thought we're talking about freedom and for the people, but yet you can't petition, so you have
yeah,
to wait 2 years every time. um So there was a
And
little movement. Wasn't there a
I
little
really,
teeny bit of
I
movement?
give major props to everyone in Texas that goes to fight for these bills. I wasn't able to go this session, like I did the past couple times, but if people actually understood how difficult that Texas makes it, like normally you're traveling to Austin to go talk, get these bills passed, like to testify and
Hmm.
stuff. You have to sit up there, but they let you know that they're fixing to hear this bill 12 hours before it gets. So you have to figure out how to travel there if you're not living in Austin, where to
Right.
stay within hours notice. Like it's just ridiculous.
It's
And then
crazy.
they'll
Hmm.
make you sit there all day long, and you can't go to the bathroom because they'll call your name and you'll miss it. Like it's
Wow.
crazy. Like they do a lot in these states to change laws. It's crazy.
Yeah, to
Major
to
problem.
keep to keep people held back, and so I was trying. There was a little bit of movement with this legislative session, but it always seems like it's like baby steps in
Yes,
Texas,
yes,
Yeah.
it is. I'm so grateful that they've added the PTSD. And at first it was only veterans, and but they did admit it to be everybody with PTSD. But
Hmm.
like you said, baby steps. They give you that, they take away, they
Hmm.
tried to attack Delta 8,
Right.
and Moody was like, "No, I ain't having that. Like I'm not going to take this little bit of uh promise you're going to give me and then yank that from people." So he ended up letting the bill just totally die, which
Hmm.
I give him mad respect for that, because
Yeah,
you got to
that
do
was
that.
probably the best course of action, at least. So it wasn't outlawed,
Right.
right? But it's outlawed in Arkansas, where we have medical.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
completely ridiculous,
That is crazy.
Yeah, but I'm glad that at least Texas didn't outlaw that, because at least it's a legal option for some
Right.
people, you
Right.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I have talked to a few people who say it does help them. I've
Hmm.
tried it a couple times, and I mean it does a lot more than CBD does for me, but I still need my THC. Like there's many of us that still need that
Oh
legal.
yeah, I need all the cannabinoids. I
Yeah,
need the CBG, some CBN, like all of it. Like really, the entourage effect is what works for me, and
right.
for most people. And when people tell me that cannabis doesn't work for them, and there are people it doesn't work for,
Right.
but I also wonder if they've tried more than getting the highest THC strain they can find,
Right. Yeah. And
which isn't
you got to play with
necessarily going to help, your health conditions. But I need the THC. People will say, well, how about, I do take lots of CBD, but it sounds like you need the THC also,
right. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I was on I'm diagnosed with PTSD. I took 3 1 milligram Xanax a day
that's crazy.
for from when I was like 16 to when I was like 12. Well, she's going to be 13. I got
Hmm.
off right after I had her. So they
Hmm.
wouldn't let me get off of them when I was pregnant with her because they said it was too dangerous but
Wow.
yet, so they'll let you take Xanax when you're pregnant, but cannabis, no, 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 no. Like, no way.
There's still such a stigma attached to it, and when you start talking about pregnant women, they're
Yes.
always trying to regulate our bodies.
Oh, yeah.
So until things really change more, I mean, the hard thing is they won't do scientific studies on pregnant women about a lot of things,
Yeah.
which we need that information, and some women are willing to help science move forward, but
Right.
it's a rough spot. And
Yeah.
that's a lot of Xanax, Candace.
I know.
Gosh.
I'm telling you, I didn't even realize until after I got off of it how bad it made me. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about anything I should care about. Like,
Yeah.
and then I don't remember a lot. Like,
Hmm.
I was in a fog. I don't remember half the stuff. So cannabis has been a life changer for me to enable me to get off all the psych meds, period. I've
Nice.
taken a psych med since she's been born. So
Nice.
it's
And
crazy.
that's huge, because the side effects of those can be so debilitating as you age, So I'm so glad you found cannabis. It's good medicine.
Definitely. Me too. I just want to shout it from the rooftops. You don't have to take these horrible prescription pills anymore. There's another option. Like,
Yes.
it's awesome. But
Right. And it's not for everybody, but it should be a first line choice to try it because
sure.
the harm is so small,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's zero harm. It's not going to hurt you, and you can try it. If it works for you, then great. It can change your life. You can get off all that crap that they've had you on for years. If not, then, I'm not a pill shamer either. I know that
No.
people do need some medication sometimes. Like, I still take tramadol for my back because I
Yeah.
have a 2 bulging disc in my back and then 3 pinched nerves. So I have to have some, but I won't take anything higher than tramadol because I know me. I know I get addicted, and I know
Right.
I don't need that. But
Yeah, I mean, there's no sense. I just interviewed Colton Turner earlier, and we were talking about this very thing. There are some people and some people in the cannabis community who will shame people for
yes,
needing some pharmaceuticals, and I don't go for that at all.
mm-mm,
First of all, your health is in your own hands. You make these decisions, and if it's an informed decision and you need it, that's your choice.
right,
I
right,
have some pharmaceuticals that I take for diabetes and now some blood pressure issues. So, until maybe some lifestyle things will improve those a little more, but I'm getting older.
right,
I'm realistic. These pills right now are what I need in addition to the cannabis
right.
and as many cannabinoids as possible.
Definitely, yeah. And one, the thing is that cannabis was able to get me off all the meds except a couple. So
Right.
it's like, at least
Right.
it
And
helped me get off those.
right. And at least, you look at, does the benefit outweigh the risk?
Yes.
That's if it does, then that's a medication you probably need.
Right.
But yeah, I don't like it when people try to make blanket statements. We're all different. And some pharmaceuticals are useful and helpful. I think when we get into pharmaceutical overload, I was on
Yes.
16 drugs, 16
Yes.
drugs.
See that?
Yeah. There's no way they knew what was really going on in my body. And
Right.
I was like you, I didn't realize I have giant chunks of time that I can't remember. And I
Mm-hmm.
had no idea that was the case or how my emotions were. And frankly, even after all these years being off, most of those drugs, I still have issues, some memory problems,
Right.
times when I get over emotional for no reason, pisses me off, can you tell?
Right.
and I'm like crying, saying like to Angela, it's not you, it's not even
Yeah.
me, I don't know
I don't know
why
what
this
it
is
is.
happening.
I don't know what it is.
We're just gonna ride this out and
Yeah.
not take it personally, but it's from the long-term use of these drugs that
Right.
I don't think we're ever meant to be used that way. you
Yeah.
know
Yeah. No.
you have an acute injury that's really bad, you need some morphine, right? I
Right.
mean, I was on morphine round the clock, and not in the acute phase anymore. you know and things like Xanax and Valium, in an emergency you might need it, right?
Right.
But ongoing,
Every day. Yeah. 3, 4 times.
mm,
Yeah. No.
yeah. But everyone has to make those decisions for themselves and really just look at the harm. Is there harm risk here? Does the benefit outweigh the risk?
Yes.
And talk to your doctor, but know that really that's what they got: pills, tests, and surgery. That's what they
Yep.
got. So they may not be the one to talk to about other alternatives, but there's lots of people out there that you can
Yes.
talk to about that.
Yes. And that was another kind of topic that I kind of thought about yesterday that I figured I'd kind of talk to you about, spur of the moment kind of thing. But okay, so somebody asked me a question yesterday, which I get that a lot. I get people, hey, what do you think about cannabis and this? And well, one of my friends, I'm not going to name, is pregnant, and she's been Googling cannabis and the side effects from it and whether she should. And I told her they do drug tests. That would be my only major thing. Be careful, because I don't believe cannabis is
Mhm.
harmful, but it could get your kid taken away if you pop dirty. So
Yeah, there's a lot of issues around that make it difficult for women to make the choice, um, to use it because it's not accepted. And there's so much stigma, there's
Yeah.
stigma attached to it anyway, but add a pregnancy, oh God.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but what got me on this topic though is I was like, oh, okay. I know I've read lots of studies on this. So I let her know that they are going to drug test, and I also was looking for information, the goods, pros, cons, both sides
Mhm.
of cannabis and pregnancy. And I realized that Google has blocked every good thing about cannabis and pregnancy. Like everything was bad. I know I've
Really?
read things like breast
Uh-huh.
milk has cannabinoids in it that we make, or
Yes,
you know
the
what I mean? Yeah,
endocannabinoids. Breast milk naturally has it in there from the endocannabinoids in the
right.
body. Mhm.
So I'm looking for all these articles, not one on Google I could find. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They are censoring so much. It's
Wow.
crazy. Like, and I guess what it was one of the major things that I was reading was that in places that got legal, I guess they're telling women it's good for this and it's good. And so the rise of pregnant women using cannabis has gone up. So I guess they think that if they take all the information out, that people will stop
Oh
trying
goodness.
alternatives.
Well, that seems kind of just divisive and manipulative. I mean, there should be PubMed articles.
Right.
I know so Canna Mom nurse Marissa Frattoni is a good resource. She's on Facebook.
Well, I
And
think what I did is I put a question on Facebook, Canna Moms in Arkansas. I'm not sure who runs that group, but I just did a shout out for articles and I got a bunch. Like
oh, good,
I was
good.
able to get a bunch,
Yeah.
but it's just the fact that they're censoring like this information. It's just crazy. And we got to
Yeah.
get the Relevnt. They'll leave our stuff alone.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Canna Mom's a great group. It's on Facebook, and then also Natural State Canna Moms is on Facebook and here on Relevant. They're if they don't know, they'll go find it for you, so and help you out. So great resources, both of them. And then, like I said, Marissa Frattoni, she has a group, oh gosh, on Facebook, and it's not going to come to me. Um, but she does have a group. If you look for her, you'll see there's a group kind of attached to her profile. It's something about moms, but I can't remember it at the moment. And
We'll put it in the link on the video.
okay, yeah,
Of who
and
it was.
she's in Massachusetts. Wonderful. There's also a book called Canna Mom by Danielle Simone Brand. No, it's called Weed Mom. Sorry, it's called Weed Mom. Also a great resource if people are interested in that.
Well, heck yeah, I'll pass that information on to her for sure. I want her to, I know that I guess there may be harmful things, but when you're talking Xanax or weed when you're
Hmm.
pregnant, I mean,
Yeah, I know, and they do prescribe certain drugs that
yeah,
some antidepressants sometimes, or
yep,
again, it's looking at the benefit and the risk of a mother not being on the
right.
medicines she needs, and we need more research on cannabis for sure. We do.
For sure. And
Um,
I believe that was one Texas thing. One of the bills had there's going to be more research. People are going to
mhm,
able to do research now, which they couldn't because it was federally illegal. So,
right. Oh, well, that's good. So in Texas, they'll be able to do more.
right,
Yeah, I mean, it's really necessary, and especially in this instance too. Um, you know, uh, but I will say anecdotally, I have met children who were born to mothers who used cannabis in pregnancy. It's just an anecdote. I'm not claiming anything.
right,
And these kids are like wildly talented and intelligent. um,
right.
and there's a whole thing about canna babies, but I don't know if that information's been removed. But there used
Probably
to be articles about canna babies and the positive side of that. So, and, and pregnant women get really nauseous, and sometimes those nausea medicines can have
yes,
bad side effects.
exactly.
So there definitely needs to be more research for
For sure.
sure. Yeah.
Well, heck yeah. I did want to, since I've got you on, I wasn't able to do this last week. When we were at the KM420 Presents the Flower of Power Festival, we did some giveaways and stuff. And there was a couple of them that I wanted to talk about with Wendy because she's the one I won the giveaway from.
Okay, yes.
One of
Yeah,
them was this Ozark Authentic.
yes. So Ozark Authentic is a brand here in Arkansas, and that's 1,000 milligram bottle. And so it's from the hemp farm, Arkansas Hemp Genetics. You should know that they are actually closing, and this is like a prize bottle now.
Wow.
I just found out. But the oil, they still have lots of oil that they're using for different projects, but I love this brand. It's the only, I've tried so many CBD oils, and one of the things I love about that is I feel like it helps even my sugars. But it's great for pain and any of that stuff.
Right,
And the
yeah.
salve is wonderful too. Mhm.
This I got to try. I actually used it after my sunburn
Oh, okay.
in Austin, and it took the red out, no peeling, no nothing. So this stuff is
Nice.
good. I love it. It works
Yeah.
very well.
Wonderful. I love their product, and their hemp flower too. But there'll be other things coming from them. It's just they're moving in other directions. So
Stay
anyway,
tuned.
yeah, enjoy that. It's good. It's really good.
Heck yeah. And then of course my cup.
Yes. And we have more mugs. You can get it on wjae420.com. You can order your own. So yeah.
And you got like trays and lighters now too. You want to shout out that how to get that?
Sure, yeah. So that's part of I'm actually working on starting my own brand with some things. It's really weird saying it out loud. Um, but um, but I've been making salve that people really love for a long time. People tell me it's the only salve they like to use,
Oh wow.
and that it really helps with pain. And so I decided to look into that. And then at around the same time, this woman who's part of Natural State Canna Moms, Lindsay, started making these handmade in Arkansas rolling trays, lighters, ashtrays. And so I asked her if we could put my logo on them. And so we're working together on that.
Oh wow.
If you look on Facebook, you'll see the links, and maybe you can put them on this broadcast too.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but I love them, and they come either in pink or teal, whichever you prefer, and it's got the logo on it. You can get the whole set. I think there's a little discount if you buy the set. And otherwise you can buy each thing individually also. And she makes them to order, so that we, just working together as women here in cannabis. I'm excited to work with her and give her that business, and also get this out to people that enjoy the show and enjoy the logo.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
You do a fantastic job. I love your
Thank
show.
you.
You talk about a lot of great topics, very interesting topics, not just for cannabis, but all health, the way you eat, your mind, your body, your soul, feeding it
Everything.
all.
Yes. Yeah. And this show coming out tomorrow is called Let's Talk About Exercise, Illness, and Cannabis. And Russell Langhammer, who I met at the Flower Power Festival, co-hosted it with me because he used to be a bodybuilder, and
Love
he's a
Russell.
cannabis patient. So he co-hosted, and Seth Cunningham from Walk a Mile with Seth, I did an interview with him on this one, along with someone from Natural State Canna Moms. So it's a great community. You'll see some of the people that we've been talking about in the show, which I enjoy doing that. But it was great to talk about exercise and other people with illnesses and how they manage to keep moving.
Right.
And cannabis really helps that. So
yes, he's been through so much, man. Heart failure and surgery and pacemaker, man. I've known Russell since I've started here activism for cannabis in Texas. And I guess I've been doing it for 3.5 years, a little over 3.5 years, because I started right before Jason actually went into prison. A lot of people think that the reason that I fight is because he went in, but
You were
That
already,
just
yeah.
gave me more, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Yes. That personal experience will definitely do that,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Also, I got this in the gift bag. Uh,
Yes.
I love this. I actually tried it. That's why it's in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show y'all.
Uh,
It's all natural, and this is Mary's Natural Creations. Do you want to tell them a little bit about her?
sure. Yeah. So Mary's Natural Creations, she's been donating to our giveaways on the show for quite some time. Great product, all natural, various oils and fragrances that's all natural too, essential oils. And I think you got this is hand sanitizer
Yes,
and
the
CBD
hand sanitizer.
soap and a bath bomb. You'll love the bath bomb.
When my son
Uh,
gets an apartment, that's the first thing I'm gonna do is take a bath in his,
oh, nice.
because we live in an RV, so I only have a shower. That's the only downside of the whole thing. But
Yeah.
I look forward to using this.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad soon you'll have the ability to do that. And
I
all
told
those
him, I
products,
said, I'm gonna be coming over all the time and stealing your bath, and I'm gonna
yeah.
be doing laundry. And he goes, okay.
Nice. Yeah, so they have rich in CBD and other natural ingredients, and you
It
can find Mary's Natural
smells
Creations
so
on
good.
Facebook too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all natural and it smells just so good. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. I'm
And then
glad
of
you
course,
won. That's great. Oh yes, and a pin. Yeah, we Angela's gonna get those up on the radio station website. But right now you can only get them from me.
yeah,
But
I got,
if you want one, just email us, let us know, and yeah,
well, heck yeah.
Facebook Messenger.
Thank you so much, Wendy, for coming on. I know that you wanted to talk about before I let you go, the event, the hemp
Oh yes.
event.
So so Dr. Stefana Pescher has a wellness center called Country Doc Walk-In and Wellness, and it's in North Stonington, Connecticut. I love the name of the town for this, right? um,
That's
and
awesome. I live off Stoner Way, just a little.
oh, do you?
Isn't
Well,
that
there you go.
crazy? Like,
Yes.
yeah.
So yeah, so she has a wellness center and she started a hemp farm back a few years ago. And it's a project called bettertogetherct.org, bettertogetherct.org. And it teaches veterans everything about the hemp farming from seed to sale.
Wow.
So it's an amazing project. And I have tried some of their products. The quality is just phenomenal. They have this roll-on that's cooling also and has CBD in it.
Right.
Best thing for the back, for the spine. Like you should check it out.
Definitely. Yeah,
And
I
you
got a
can,
bad back. So
yeah,
I've tried this, the Willow Creek Spring stuff, which is heating like you're saying, and it helps. It
yeah.
definitely helps that heating too.
Yeah, this is a cooling one, and I like it that it's a roll-on, so
Right.
like you can reach other places that are hurting, and they sponsor the Wendy Love Edge show, and so you can get 20% off on their website with the code LOVE love.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so bettertogetherct.org, and you get 20% off with the code love. Great products.
Awesome.
Anyway, so Dr. Steph wanted to do a fundraiser and hold it at the hemp farm before harvest. It'll be close to harvest,
Oh
so it'll
wow.
be really beautiful. And so we're helping her to produce this event. It's called Hemp Stock, and it's the weekend of August 13th, 14th, and 15th. On the 13th, there'll be a reception and party for everyone involved in the event, but we will also have some VIP tickets available for sale to help with the fundraising, and those will be up pretty soon. On the 14th and 15th, though, it's only $4.20 per day. And yeah, and if you buy both days, it's $8, so you get a little bit off. We love the number 8. It's a very
Right.
powerful number, so we didn't want to go below 8. And then at the door there'll be $10 per day. But listen to this. So on Saturday we have a Native American band that's going to open the show on Saturday. And by the way, the tribes there are putting together art installations that will be all over the property.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be amazing. So art installations, Native American band, and then we have Ari Band, we have LV, the Ultimate MC, Tsunami of Sound. If you like kind of surf bands, that's what
Right.
they're doing. And Mike Crandell will close out that show. And then on Sunday, we have Screaming Eagle, Secret Sage, Hannah's Field, and Soul Shot with Davy Dread. These bands are really fantastic. We have speakers from all over. We're still adding speakers. We'll be having a hemp joint rolling contest
Oh, wow.
on Saturday evening, also with some prizes for that, and vendors, crafters. It's going to be just amazing. We're going to fill North Stonington with some amazing people involved with cannabis, hemp, alternative health, crafting. It's just
Sounds
going to
like a
be
blast, man.
wonderful, right? And so you can go to hempstock2021.com. I will hopefully Candace will be able to put the
Yes.
link. I'll send you the link. Um, and right on there, it says sign up. So you hit sign up and you can sign up to volunteer. You can sign up to vend. You can sign up to be a sponsor. We definitely need sponsorship. And really just to cover all the expenses. We want everybody to come out. Please buy tickets, get your tickets ahead, because online it's $4.20 per day, $8 for 2 days. And there'll only be a limited number of tickets available online, actually.
Right.
After that, you'll have to get them at the door. We have a chef coming in. He's actually been involved in the project before, and we'll be doing some teaching around cooking and infusing food. There'll be other workshops too. This has been such a short timeline putting this thing together because of COVID. It was like,
Right.
can we do it? Are we going to do it? All right, we're doing it, and then just a few months to pull it together, but it's going to be amazing. So please,
Oh, it sounds
uh,
like it's amazing,
yeah.
and for a great cause, y'all. Veterans, man. I
Hmm.
see this all the time. How these big, corporations are coming and jumping and getting involved in the CBD business, but we've got people still locked up, and then we've got veterans who aren't even allowed to use this as a medication. Like,
Right,
and
right.
for that, they should the fact that they are teaching them to become these cultivators, these businessmen. That's the kind of thing we need. We need these people who, have been
Yes.
doing it all along, and
Right.
the little
Yeah.
guy.
I mean, learning all aspects of the hemp farming for a veteran, I really think it's a brilliant idea. Keeps them involved in the industry and grounded and learning all the tools they need. Because hemp is the wave of the future for so many things. So it's just perfect. And we just
And
want everybody.
so healing to get your hands in the dirt and grow
Yes.
something, that you did like that. You look at it and you grew that. You
Yes.
put it in the ground, you did everything. And that's healing for them too. So
Yes, for sure. So, yeah, so you can go to bettertogetherct.org, and the link for hemp stock will be there. If you have any trouble finding it, just reach out to me. I'll gladly send it to you. Like I said, we definitely need sponsors, volunteers, vendors. We have the musical lineup pretty much nailed down, and the speakers may be full also. We're getting there.
right,
But if you're interested, let us know, because we'll fit it in somehow.
right.
And even the workshops too, we're not complete on our lineup for the workshops, but yeah, so please. Bobby Rodrigo reached out today, and I think he's going to be there, so I'm excited about that.
Yay.
And it's just nice to gather. It was nice to gather at the Flower Festival, and it'll be nice to gather again in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, it will. And
Yeah.
Bobby's a great guy, man. He does a lot of stuff for a lot of different people. He's got his hands in so many different things. He
Yes, for
does a
sure.
great job. It was so good to meet him finally. I've been working with him for a long time now, but he
Yeah,
loves
I know.
he
I had
loves to
never met
tell
him.
people that
Yeah.
he's the one that found me. He loves to tell people that. So I'm like, yes, Bobby, you found me. He reached out and got me involved with the Human Solution International, and we always say it's Bobby's fault. Anything happens, he takes the brunt of it.
That's funny.
He's a good guy. I can't. Y'all are
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of fun. I wish I could go to all these events, man. They all sound so much fun. But if you are in
Yeah.
the Connecticut area, reach out, y'all. Become a vendor, become a sponsor. This sounds like an amazing event for good things.
Yes. And all the sponsorship opportunities are on the website, but you can feel free to reach out to me or Dr. Steph. It's Dr. Stefana Pescher on Facebook, and Country Doc Walk-In and Wellness, or Better Together CT. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
many, many routes.
She's gonna send me these links when we get off here, and I'll make sure I put them over at the Relevnt app under the broadcast, the live one that we've been doing, and then again underneath the Canna Corner one we put on Facebook.
Excellent.
So that way everybody can find everything. But you are
Mhm.
amazing, Wendy. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell everybody? I know we're coming on an hour.
No, I think that's good.
I could
Thank you
talk
so
to you
much for
all day.
inviting me. Yeah, I could talk with you all night. Thanks for inviting me again onto the show. And it's always a pleasure chatting with you.
Yes, anytime. Anytime you have any event or anything, just hit me up and we'll get you on.
Great. Thank you.
And you have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye, everyone.
Heck yeah, y'all. So that was Wendy Love Edge, and she is amazing. She does a fantastic job with her show. She has the Wendy Love Edge show on Facebook, y'all can find, and then also WJAE 420 Radio, which is who sponsors Canna Corner. Uh, she sponsors, and KM 420 Radio sponsors, which I've just become a part of KM 420, and I'm so excited about that. Big things coming, y'all. Lots of things we got our hands in, like the Last Prisoner Project. So they sent a package, two separate packages for the KM 420 festival for giveaways and stuff. But one of the packages came before the event, and I didn't realize that there's another one that came like after the event. So I called Craig up and I was like, hey, I think we messed up. I think this. So he's like, he gifted it to me. So I have a shirt and a hat now, and I plan on doing a giveaway on one of the shirts and on the hat, and I'm going to keep a shirt. So heck yeah, be looking forward to that. Speaking of giveaways, I know I forgot about the one this last weekend. Please forgive me. I've had a lot on my mind. I didn't forget about it. I just forgot I was supposed to do it last weekend. So these shirts are still going to be given away. Everybody who has went and subscribed to Canna Corner, I'm going to get on Canna Corner this week and write down every name that of the people who have subscribed, and I'm going to put it in a bucket, and I'm going to draw two names, and so somebody's going to get these shirts, and that's going to happen. I will be doing it within the next couple of days, writing down all the names, and then I will be going live via Facebook to do the drawing. So y'all stay tuned for that. I wanted to give a shout out to the Willow Creek Springs. Their salt, man, it is so great. I had that sunburn, and like I told Wendy, I put it on there, and it didn't peel nothing, and it took all the pain out. I didn't feel the pain at all. That was this stuff. Sorry. And this stuff, it works great too. So hell yeah. I guess that is all, I think. Let me make sure. I know we're running a little late today because, like I said, I could have talked to Wendy all day long. She's a great lady. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I did miss something, y'all. So Cleburne, Smoke and Vapor. They have CBD, they have kratom, they have smoke accessories, e-liquids, cigarettes, hookahs, all kinds of stuff, y'all. And they've got one of the biggest selections of kratom and a very good selection of the CBD Delta 8 as well. So y'all go check them out. It is on 1607 West Henderson Street, Suite C, Cleburne, Texas, 76033. It's in the Cleburne, or the parking lot where Kroger and CC's and Subway and all that is. So y'all go check them out. They have a lot of selection, and wanted to give mad props to them. I went and checked out their selection, and they do. That's a really cool store. and they're newer. And I told them I would give them a shout out on Canna Corner. So y'all go check that out. Let's see. I don't want to miss anything. The Marijuana March, y'all. Saturday, uh, not June, July 24th, in Burnett Park in Fort Worth. Normal every year puts on an amazing marijuana march. And when I say march, I mean there's vendors, there's like 3,000 people that show up. They got all kinds of different vendors and speakers and music, and it's just a blast. And they start from the area that they have, the Burnett Park, and they walk all the way to the courthouse. And the whole time they're lit up, y'all. Cops on both sides. It's so awesome to like have a free pass to show that, you know, we're all together and we want cannabis free. So it's a great, great, great place to go. Lots of amazing people, and just the atmosphere and the the feeling of being free for that one day is great. So I hope to see everyone there. I will be going there covering the event as Canna Corner and as KM420 Radio because Farah moved. So she's not in the Texas area and unfortunately isn't going to be able to make the event this year. But I will be there. I will hold it down for Miss Farah. A big shout out and props to her on her new place. And I think that is it. Yep. So I am free now for guests. I have no guests lined up from the next Monday and on. So if you would like to be a guest on the show, hit me up at cannacorner20@gmail.com, or you can get a hold of me on Facebook or Relevnt, or message me on YouTube. And you can be, if you are a patient that uses cannabis and you have a story that you want to tell people, you know, that it's helped and changed your life, then you can come on. If you are a cannabis activist and you have an event or something that you want to tell everybody about, you can come on. Or if you are a company, I do this several times with people, you know, they have good product and I've tried it out and I think, you know, it's been tested and I love the product, then I will bring you on and let you tell the world about it. And so any of those things you want to come on the show and join me, and we'll get you set up for Monday to come on and tell people about it. Also, if you, I know it's still illegal here, so if you want to come on and nobody to know your name or who you are and you don't want to be on video, we can arrange that too and just have a surprise guest, no name, so that that protects your privacy. That's also an option. But yes, so I think that is all. Y'all stay tuned. The giveaway will be happening this week. I love all y'all. A major shout out to the Human Solution International, KM420 Radio, and WJAE 420 Radio. Those are our sponsors for that makes Canna Corner possible. So much love and respect to y'all. Have a wonderful day.